Now we will discuss about the properties of Fourier transform, and I am certainly giving the slides continually to the respect of with the respect of the reference book written by Adams, J. Adams, and I will give you the reference. That is the reference. Sorry, Michael D. Adams. So that is the lecture slides on this book that we are giving. So to understand, make you more understand about this subject. So, according to the properties of the continuous time Fourier transform, that is the properties. That is the properties that you should know about when you are really solve some mathematics on the context of Fourier transform. So there are some properties of Fourier transform that you should keep on your mind. The linearity property still stands for in both the time domain and the frequency domain. Also the time domain shifting is also here. If there is minus t naught shifting, so e to the power minus j omega t naught will be there, that will be multiplied here. So that is related to this shifting property. Whenever you see such kind of multiplication that has been coefficient to the x omega, e to the power minus j omega t naught, the time that has been given here is the time shift. If it is minus, so it is minus j omega t naught. If it is plus, so it is plus omega j omega t naught. Whenever and whatever it might be, that is dependent on that factor. Frequency domain shifting is that same situation is here. If it is e to the power j omega naught t xt, as you know that e to the power j omega naught t is representing in the context of inverse Fourier transform. So when you are representing frequency domain shifting, so you need to multiply e to the power j omega naught t in time domain, then you can get frequency domain shifting. That means x omega minus omega naught. That means that certain kind of omega naught is the phase shift, that certain kind of t naught is the time shift, and time frequency domain scaling, what is known as a scaling. Scaling is such kind of that you are giving multiplication to time. I have given you some examples previously. Time scaling is basically in the that in it will give emphasis on the axis x axis, the time axis. That means the functions independent variable. But when you have given the value in front of it, that will be an amplitude scaling. So that is time or frequency domain scaling. After converting it, you will get 1 divided by a. That means whatever the value of a, that is plus or minus, that's not the fact, that will be a mode of a. And x divided x is the function. That means after transformation, Fourier transform, x will be omega divided by a. And that means whatever here it is given on multiplication, there will be divided. Conjugation process. In conjugation process, the conjugation sign will remain, but the omega sign will be minus. The duality sense. In duality, if xt, that means the duality means if you just swap these two things, that means the Fourier transform is represented as a domain of t, you will certainly find out twice pi x minus omega. Time domain convolution, that means that is the time domain convolution. Here they have some mistakes on it. Here will be xt, x1t should have to be there, multiplication of x2t, and both will be x1 omega into x2 omega, that is x1 omega, that is x2 omega. Just simple multiplication. There will be no convolution or convolution theories or convolution, what can I say, that convolution some laws or equations will came here. There is no law or equation. There is just simple multiplication of two frequency domain signals. Okay, simple calculation, simple multiplication. Frequency domain convolution is that if that is simple multiplication, that will be a frequency domain convolution. That should have to be omega here. We have to give here omega 2. And the time domain differentiation, if there is a differentiation, so d dt will be converted as j omega. X is x omega xt and d dt will be j omega. That is one of the main thing. And if it is integration time domain, look at it here, that is 1 by j omega, inverse of j omega. Okay, and there is a limiting value pi x naught or d omega, whatever else. And frequency domain differentiation is txt. If it is txt, that's known as frequency domain differentiation, so that will be j d omega of x omega. You will definitely find out extra t from here. From inverse transformation you will get. So that kind of things are the properties of the general properties of continuous time Fourier transform. So there is also a Parseval's relation that states that that's the Parseval relation means the power of certain signal. The signal should have to be squared. Then it have to be it is on integrational fact. Then everything is common. Just transform xt to x omega and divided by twice pi.